The underscore Fancy Francis. Thanks for subscribing for 4 months. The underscore Fancy Francis said, yay.
Gamersledge
Said, the underscore Fancy Francis is a rock star, has checked in for the day, and has 11 boss points.
Gamersledge
Said, Wutai Franci. The underscore Fancy Francis said, always. Neo Sapien said, woohoo, thanks for the resub of the underscore Fancy Francis. Neo Sapien said, thanks ever. The underscore Fancy Francis said, for sure, my favorite place to be.
Greetings and salutations, ledgelords, ladies, and gender fluid friends of any persuasion. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Gamersledge. I am one of your hosts, Mark, and joining me, as always, the crew. I don't know, I was going to say something, some adjective that was awesome, and then my brain completely went blank. Really good crew of the awesome people, man, head face things. I think first off is Matt. Hi, Matt.
Hello, all you wonderful internet people type things.
You know,
Did I say something
at some point you backed up your camera or something, because now it's like on your chin when before it was like below. I don't know, but yes.
Should we try again?
Yeah, try again.
Let's try again. Okay, hello, internet people type things and stuff.
It's still like on your chin, but it's better. It's better. And then also joining us is Dave. Hi, Dave.
I'm on vacation.
You laughed too loud, Matt. It switched back from.
I'm taking a week off. I'm very happy.
Yay!
Yay.
Congratulations.
And then also not Dave Bach, even though it showed up when you started clapping. Joining us is Keegan. Hi, Keegan.
Hello. How are you all? Hope you have a good day.
We're doing good. Before we jump into the normal flow of things for the podcast, do need to do some housekeeping. First off, thank you, Francie, for the follow or for the host and the check-in. I appreciate you. He has 11 boss points. You are now in the lead, I believe, for boss points right now. So that's awesome. And the host, appreciate that very much. Also, hello, Char Baby. Welcome to the stream.
Hello there.
Thunder Ronin, welcome in, my friend. Hello there to you as well.
Hello there.
Do need to thank our new followers on Twitter. We're almost at 1,400, which is insane, at Gamersledge, if you want to follow us there for up-to-date scheduling. We're also trying to get to 1,000 follows on TikTok. We have a long way to go. We're at 30 out of 1,000. So any support there is helpful. I'll tell you how to get to there in just a second. Also want to thank the new followers on Twitch. We're working towards that 1.5K mark. So if you know anyone who might enjoy the shows, please do send them our way. Referrals are our biggest source of new viewers, so appreciate everybody who does so. Do want to thank our newest followers over the last couple days: Cracklejacks, TGC Prime, Nimsomniac, Kiwi Cat, King Pettiesworth, Trademark 333, John the Moose, I Jordy, Martin 22791, Zlonkies 12, Ariel Ferry, K Margs, Frank is a Dark Boy, General Gru, Grim Gaming, Blue Kiwi, Goku Boy 89, True List Makers, Michael Nightmare, Abby P, Bluff for Gaming, Elite Gaming 10100, XD Poc, Maves Utopia, Mystery Penguin Cat, and Button 47. Thank you all for the follow this week. You guys are all awesome. Do need to give some shout outs to Nimsomniac, Leona Atlier, Purple Lightning 1, Destroyer X Gaming, Mafia 6869 for the raids yesterday. Appreciate all of you. Had some massive raids come through. It was a really good time. We ended up opening some Final Fantasy trading card game cards.
Gamersledge.
And then we also
Said, Kokoshikan Media is a
Wild Ken
rock
appeared.
star, has checked in for the day, and has 10 boss points.
Knight Rider. And then I also do need to thank the Fancy Francis, as well as Mr. J Nice, and Meep the Bunny for the sub re-ups and bits. And I also need to thank our bosses of our boss producer, Shank, the new Mr. J Nice, and Neo Sapien. Why do I thank them at the top and bottom of every show? Because they are generously subbed to us through mechanics.gg, where you can directly support the stream. It's a service that plays creators like us. 100% of the donations or subs you send our way. It's completely free to sign up, and every person who follows us on Mechanics via the link that's going in chat in a moment automatically gets 5,000 Stardust to affect our gameplay, with new ways being added daily. Plus, all of our socials are linked at Mechanics.
Said, links to all my
So if you want to follow us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, or our YouTube channel, all the links are there. There you go.
www.mechanics.gg/gamersledge.
Yeah.
Follow me for free.
Saw what happened to who?
To Meep,
No, what?
there was a huge hailstorm. It busted out 2 or 3 windows out of her place,
She
smashed
can't-
up her truck,
She can't
smashed
catch
up
a
the
break.
kitchen she's been working on.
Oh,
That nice kitchen she's
no.
working, smashed it all up. Yeah, the whole neighborhood was hit pretty hard. She was without power still midday today, I know, but I don't know if that's gotten better or not. So thinking
Well, I
about
haven't seen her
and
on.
stuff out
She
there.
should have streamed today, and I didn't see her on. So
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
Guessing even if she did get electricity, she's got other things going.
Yeah, that's horrible. I'm sorry.
Oof.
She can't seem to catch a break lately.
She can't.
But she's always happy and positive through it, and she's amazing. So, Meep, whenever if you hear this,
Said,
I hope things
saw
go
those
better.
posts.
I did not see those posts today, so I'm kind of sad I didn't see them.
Yeah, it was on Twitter this morning.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Where was I? Right.
Kokoshikan Media
Brains.
Before
said,
I
Squirrel!
derailed you, so
Squirrel. Second, we've just become an affiliate with
Gamersledge.
XSplit Broadcasting.
said, Neo Sapien is a
Thank you for
rock
the
star,
check-in,
has
Neo.
checked in for the day, and
We
has
have just become an
5 boss
affiliate with
points.
XSplit Broadcasting Software, which is the broadcasting software that we use and love. I personally feel it's miles ahead of the other ones, and it's the easiest to pick up and learn. It's updated constantly because it is a paid program. And if you follow the link that's in chat, it will get you 10% off your purchase, even the lifetime subscription or the monthly subscriptions, which are pretty significant savings. Third, we have partnered with and are sponsored by Z League, which is a service in which you can play in Warzone, Apex, League of Legends, or Halo tournaments with actual cash prizes. Not only can you win cash prizes, but if you play in just 5 tournaments in a single month, you're automatically entered into a drawing to win a PS5 just for playing the games you're already playing and loving. So check out Z League and sign up there. Fourth, we have new merch in the merch store as well.
Kokoshi Ken Media
I don't think
said, "Wait, Cheeseburger was part of Bullet Club, asking due to your shirt."
No, this is not. Cheeseburger was not part of Bullet Club. There is a Japanese burger restaurant here in Vegas, and for whatever reason, they have the Burger Club logo for their store, which is ingenious. I don't think it really translates.
Hello, everybody.
Meep, we were just
Smiley
talking about you.
face.
We were just talking about you. I did not see the post, but Matt told me about the post. Ken saw the post.
Meep Da Bunny.
I
said,
hope everything
"Wait,
is
what?"
okay.
Meep Da Bunny said, "Oh,
Or at least
Kokoshi Ken
you've got
Media
insurance that will
said,
take care of it.
What I want one now, lol."
Yeah, that's why I got it. I've never seen this before, and it's hilarious. And it's the Burger Club, and it's quite good. So that's why I picked it
Kokoshi
up. It's
Ken
amazing.
Media said, "How much?"
The thing that sucks is that they didn't have any in my size. This is like a 3X, so it's like a tenth on me. But it was 25 or 30. I can't remember which. But still, it was amazing. I actually need to go back to the place. The burgers were actually good, but they had my favorite,
said,
which is the
"It's gonna
hamburger
be a
patty with
few
gravy
days
over rice
before I know much,
with
but most importantly,
Togarashi
no one
seasoning and
got
stuff.
hurt, and I believe in our insurance."
good. I'm glad. I'm
Neo
glad nobody got
Sapien
hurt.
said,
Are you able to
hosting.
stream and everything's
Kokoshi
good
Ken
there?
Media said, "Let me know the next time you go. I wear a 3X."
Okay, I'll let you know, Ken, when I go. No problem. It's been a hot minute, but I do need to go back out there and hopefully get one in an XL instead of a 3X.
Dukish Dark said,
What's up, Dark? Welcome to the stream. Hello there, friend. Matt, can you give me shout outs for
Gamersledge.
like
Said,
everybody?
"Dukish Dark is a
I
rock
will work on
star,
it.
has
Thank you.
checked in for the day, and has 9 boss points."
And Francie is in
Neo
the lead.
Sapien said, "At Meep
With
Da
11.
Bunny, glad you at least have power back. Thinking of you." Meep Da Bunny said, "Yeah, my office is all good,
Okay, good,
so
good,
I'll
good,
be
good.
live for sure. Not as long as planned, but regular time."
Good deal.
For
I was
sure.
worried because I thought you were supposed to be on today after Matt told me, and then I didn't see you on. So I
Meep
was
Da
not
Bunny
sure.
said, "At Neo Sapien, thank you so much. I
Also,
really
Meep, don't forget to check
appreciate
in so you
all
get your
the
boss
love,
point."
my friend." Kokoshi Ken Media said, "There's a bowling alley on the strip too that I've seen is set up like a man cave and has a giant TV for wrestling."
Ken, you have to
Meep
get
Da
me the
Bunny
name of that.
said, "Tomorrow."
Gamersledge.
Okay, good. Good.
Said,
good.
Meep Da Bunny is a rock star,
So,
has checked in for the day, and
we
has
have new merch in
4
the merch
boss
store.
points.
Bit.ly/Gamersledge merch is the link to get there from wherever you are. Did you guys get to see the new hat and the beanie?
Doink.
No?
I've seen it.
The doinkage.
I have not.
The doinkage is real. Oh my goodness.
So, since I have a fancy new camera, which we'll talk about in a bit.
Said, "No, but I want to see them." Meep Da Bunny said, "I haven't."
So fully embroidered caps, which is pretty awesome.
Meep Da Bunny said, "Oh wow, those are
And
cool."
this has actually been the surprise bestseller is the beanie. These things have been flying off the shelf, actually. Also embroidered.
Nice.
So I was actually really surprised. I'm like, I don't know if anybody's going to want a beanie, but I have the ability to make them, so why not? Why not do that?
People like beanies.
Yeah, surprisingly so, yeah.
Dukish Dark said,
And
"I
then-
was just about to ask if you guys had beanies, lol, I collect them."
Yep, and then we have the Menagerie Time t-shirt that we've had for a while. But then we also have the new Emancipation of Dragons t-shirt that took me 6 months to get the
Ashley
artwork
Patrick
done.
1998
Oh wow.
said, "Hey Mark,
Ah, wait, hey, there we go. There it is. So that's pretty baller. So those are brand new in the shop now. Ashley, what's up?
1998
Welcome
is
to
a
the
rock
stream, Ashley.
star, has checked in for the day, and has 1 boss points."
You have your first boss point, which I'll probably go ahead and skip to that announcement now. I don't know if you know about them, Ashley, but When you get boss points now, it's kind of like a loyalty rewards program. When you get to 69 boss points, you can trade in those boss points for a homemade keychain of your favorite character, and we'll drop ship it straight to you. Or you can save up for 169 points, boss points, and trade those in for a Gamersledge t-shirt. Just like the ones I was showing. And now I have to put them back nice.
Dukish Dark said, is the Emancipation of Dragons shirt applicable for the boss points? Lol.
I said any short sleeve t-shirt, so yes. Even though it cost me more and I'm trying to make the money back on the artwork, that's okay. It doesn't matter. So yes, any short sleeve t-shirt is fair game. Because I mean, technically they all cost the same for us to make anyway, so that's fine. So yes, that's what's going on with the merch right now. We've also joined Streamers for Kids, which is a streamer group promoting Extra Life, which, if you're not aware, is a charity to buy sick kids in hospitals gaming
I know
equipment.
what I'm saving for lol.
If you'd like to brighten some child's day, simply follow the link in chat, and we'll take you to the donation page, and we appreciate everybody who does that very, very much. Also, we already talked about checking in for 1 point in the channel point redemptions to get your boss point. Also, if you are hosting us, please let me know with the 1 point I'm hosting redemption. Since Twitch alerts for hosting are broken, hosting helps promote us to Mr. Algorithm. So if you're not already hosting someone else, please do consider giving us a host. Schedule for the rest of this week: tomorrow, noon Pacific, 2 Central, 3 Eastern, will be at Kokeshi Ken Media's channel. Will be the All Elite Rampage live reactions and reviews. Sunday, right back here at Gamersledge at 2 p.m. Pacific, 4 Central, 5 Eastern, will be Sunday streamer tech support, and that's it for the rest of this week. Last, I always forget to say so. If you are a Fortnite player or you use the Epic PC Store, enter code Gamersledge on the store page. If you feel like supporting us, we'd greatly appreciate it. It works on either store, either the Fortnite
Kokeshi
store or
Ken
on,
Media
and again, that
said,
codes Gamersledge.
I think it's called the Nerd.
Also, by the way, I suppose I'm jumping way ahead into news, but just FYI, on the 18th, Dragon Ball Z dropping in Fortnite. They put up a picture of the dragon over the current spirit trees that are in the center of, or not the center of the map, but kind of the northwest of the map. So I don't know if that's going to be a mechanic.
Kokeshi
If we
Ken
actually
Media
have to collect the
said,
Dragon Balls and make a
453
wish in
months
Take it to the-
Fortnite,
to the tree and make a wish.
I am
Las
going
Vegas,
to
Nevada,
flip and lose my mind.
89101.
If you get all
Also,
of them
by
in
the
one
way-
round, would be insane.
It would be that's what I'm saying. If you have to get all the Dragon Balls
Meek
in one
Darbunny
round,
said,
that would be amazing.
I am hosting you, but my
Also, just,
browser is
kinda
giving me a
shooting this
video
in here.
error
The
for
dragon's
some
name
reason.
is
Sad
Shenron.
face.
Meep, hold shift and click refresh.
Gamersledge
Said, Meep hold
Yeah,
shift
it does
and
that to me
click
almost every
refresh.
time when I do a host. I can just do a refresh and it usually comes up.
What did you say, Keegan? I'm sorry.
The dragon's name is Shenron.
Yes, Shenron. I know that. I just was.
Okay.
Yes.
I wasn't sure since you just said the dragon.
Well,
Yeah, no.
actually, the dragon's name is.
Yeah.
I just wanted...
Well, I mean, I
Ashley
assume
Patrick,
it's Shenron.
1998,
It might not be.
Said,
It could be
Okay,
the
that-
super
that's a
dragon.
fair
MEK
point.
dancing
I don't
That's a
know.
fair point.
And I don't know the name of the super dragon.
Neither do I.
So yes, thank you for the host, everybody. I appreciate that very much. We appreciate that very
Meep
much.
Darbunny said,
Yay, that worked.
worked.
That's it. Announcements are out of here. Get out of here, announcements. We don't like you anyways. Yeah. I feel like I should have like a piece of paper so I can throw it like Dennis Leary whenever. Not Dennis Leary. Dennis.
Meep Darbunny said,
Saturday Night Live.
thank you kindly. I have a
Oh, God,
new
help me.
secret Konami code.
Yes, Dennis Miller. Thank you.
Sorry.
Yes.
Dukish Dark said, got you on a host.
Thank you for the host. Dark, I
Kokeshi Ken
appreciate
Media said, Super
Oh, it's
Shenron
just
is
Super
the dragon
Shenron.
of the gods in DB.
that. Is it really just Super Shenron?
Really?
Oh my
That's
God,
what
that is
Ken
so
said.
lame. That is so lame. I did not know that, Super Shenron. Oh my
I
God.
guess.
I guess that's why it's Dragon Ball Super, right?
I
Super
guess.
Shenron.
Wow. All right. Sure. What we need to do now is go around the room and talk about what everybody's been watching, reading, or playing pop culture related for the last couple weeks since we met. Let's start with Matt.
Okay. Matt's been a dull boy.
Kokoshi Ken Media
between
said,
work and life.
Super
I've
Shenron,
played the game of
aka
canning
Collinga.
venison, taking care of puppy, cleaning up a bottle of creme de menthe from all over the basement floor.
I was a part of that
Um,
process.
Let's see. Moving in a used but new to me, new to us freezer into the basement.
None
let's
of this
see.
is pop culture related, Matt.
Well, it's my culture. Dang it. All right. Let's see. I watched Prey on Hulu. I really, really enjoyed it. There's some jank in some of the CG. But overall, for the most part, most of it's practical, and it's really, really well done. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's
Good
not
story.
It's a good story. Yeah, this is a good story. I mean, it's basic. It's very, very basic. I mean, it's a very simple story, but it works for what they're going for there.
Gamersledge
In
said,
Trachtenberg,
Nurse
I think he
Gloom
did a
is a
really good
rock
job. I'm
star,
hoping
has
he's gonna
checked
get
in for
another
the
theater
day,
movie one
and
of these
has
days, 'cause
7
I really
boss
like 21
points.
Cloverfield Lane.
What would
Nurse
you give it out
Gloom
of 10?
said,
It's a
looking
solid,
really quick,
8
just
8 out of
taking a
10
quick
action
shower.
movie.
8 out of 10. Nice.
Yeah, solid movie. I mean, it's not going to light the world on fire, but it is Hulu's highest viewed original, well, not original movie, or movie that's specifically on that service. So yeah, it's doing really well. And I hope we see more out of some of these actors that were in the movie, because
It was nice to see a good Predator movie again. That
Yeah,
was
yeah, it was.
because, man, they really fell off the boat with those things.
And they didn't cheese it out either. There is one callback or call forward, depending on how you want to think of it, because it does take place timeline wise before all the other movies. But it fits. I mean, if you'd never seen any other Predator movie, you wouldn't even know that was a reference, because it fit the moment just fine. So that was really good. Finally caught up on the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie on Disney Plus. Hadn't seen that yet, so we finally sat down and watched that. That was fun. It was
Fun little
another
movie.
fun little movie. 7.5, I'd say 8, depending on how I'm feeling at any given point in time. But yeah, it was a fun little nostalgia romp. As previously had been stated, very, very Roger Rabbit-esque. A lot of similarities there to that, but yeah, it was fun. It reminded me a lot of what it actually reminded me of, and the three of us are old enough, you'll know what I'm talking about. But the ABC movie of the week,
Mm-hmm.
When they used to have the movie of the week on there, it reminded me like something like that.
And the funny part is now that's called Lifetime. It's like the whole $5 a month service is pretty much the ABC movie of the week for a lot of it.
Fair enough.
I only know that because my wife subscribes to it.
I wasn't going to ask. I was just going to roll with it. Let's see. I started Metal Gear Solid. Cheers, Louise. Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron Blooded Orphans. At least there's mechs in both of them. I bounced off it once before trying to watch it, but Mitchell really, 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 really loves this series, so I thought I'd give it another go. I'm not bouncing off it as hard as I did the first time. There's still some weird animation stuff, and the design of the main female character is just really off, and they can't seem to settle on a design for her. She shifts like every other scene how she appears. It's really bothering me for some reason. But the mecha action is really cool. The mecha animation is really, really well done. It's a standalone timeline, so it's not connected to any of the other established timelines for Gundam. So it's a standalone. So I'll keep working on that slowly. I'm about halfway through season 2 of Better Call Saul. I'm enjoying it. I think I'm enjoying it better than Breaking Bad, to be honest. Maybe not at this point in Breaking Bad, but by the end of Breaking Bad, I think I'm enjoying this more. So, yeah, keep watching that, keep it going. I have moved on to the next Dresden Files books, which I think is Proven Guilty, I think is the title of it. It's book 8 in the series.
What's the total number of books on that? It's quite a few. I can't remember.
It's quite a few. I think he's up to 16 now, and I think he said it's either a 19 or 20 book run by the time he's going to be done with it. And the gaps between books are getting longer and longer and longer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I might actually be caught up before the series ends, kind of like I did with The Expanse.
Right.
And then I picked up game-wise. I haven't really done very much. We played Fortnite the other night. I've been doing a very, very, very small bit of Final Fantasy 14, and I started replaying Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realm, which is the click game where you don't have to click because you can just get the little minions to click for you. But yeah, I started picking that up, and oddly enough, I just played through the storyline we started in our D&D game. So that was kind of funny. I was like, wait a minute, I know that place. So yeah, it was kind of funny because we just done the Nimble Right stuff, and it was all that stuff in there. I mean, the story in there is incredibly light, but it was that basic framework. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's been really light for me of late.
Well, what I've played since last time is Multiverses. I liked it enough to actually purchase one of the founders packs for it.
Oh wow, isn't that like $40?
Yeah, it's like $40, and I actually am really enjoying it. The differences between it and Smash are pretty easy to explain. I really feel like in Smash, pretty much everybody has the same moves. They're flavored differently, but they're the same moves. So if you do down punch, it's going to do the same thing pretty much on every character for the most part.
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah. This actually has different moves for each character. Sometimes it's more towards what everybody does, but sometimes it's actual unique stuff. So I've actually been enjoying it quite a bit. They have a lot of characters I would have never expected to be in this fighting game already. And playing with the Iron Giant is ridiculous and a lot of fun, actually. And people usually immediately start raging because he's like one of the hardest characters to fight against. So that's kind of fun, especially when you're playing with friends, because then they all threaten to quit. It's great. But anyways, I've been playing quite a bit of that. I've had a lot of fun with it. We've been playing Fork Knife. I already talked about Dragon Ball Z coming to Fortnite. So now we will be able to have Goku versus Naruto versus Superman once and for all versus Thanos. So we can settle this. Lexi has been streaming on Saturdays. I think she's streaming again tomorrow. We played Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. It was her first time ever playing that, and she loves it. So she was like, "Is there a game like Diablo?" I'm like, "You know what? There is a game like Diablo that's actually D&D based that you might like." And so she really enjoyed it. We played about 3 hours of it or so on the last stream.
This is the newer version one?
No, it is not.
The old PS2.
This is the PS2.
one?
This is the PS2
nice.
Baldur's Gate. Yeah.
Nice.
Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, I should say. So she was really enjoying that. So I already know once we finish this one, I'll end up having to pick up Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2, which is fine. I have no problem with that whatsoever. We've been playing Guild Wars for the last couple weeks. Guild Wars 2. That game, there's so much now more to do. It's nuts, and it's free to play. So that's also crazy. I took a week off when that game came out just to play it. And the fact that there is so much more to do now is nuts. we did a one night stand stream last week for Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier, which is the Final Fantasy Battle Royale that is only on mobile. I quickly learned that they are actually programming the game on mobile to keep it so that you can't run it on an emulator. So what I ended up doing was mirroring my phone to my PC, using that as the screen.
Oh, I was going to ask you how you did that.
And then I synced a PS5 controller to my phone. Needless to say, I won 75% of all matches played.
Because you were using a
Because I
controller.
was using a controller on a 4K screen that was 65 inches in size. So it worked really well. Anyways, the game's actually like kind of fun if you like BRs. It's Final Fantasy Materia system meets Battle Royale. It's nice because, you know, a lot of people give mobile games a lot of guff. And I really think there are some things in mobile games that should be adopted console and PC wide as well. Like in
all
this,
the worst aspects of it have already, though. That's the problem.
well, yeah, but not the ones I want, not the parts I want. Like, for example, if you open a chest, you just automatically start picking up the stuff around you. You don't got to actually spam a button or do anything. It just picks it up. And one of the interesting things in this one is, let's say that you pick up the cure materia or the fire materia. If you find more of them, you automatically pick it up and combine it automatically so that it's now level 2 materia instead of level 1 materia. And so it's, other than that, it's pretty much a full on, like, it's basically Fortnite, just with battle royale characters. You can fight it because this is specifically Final Fantasy VII. All of the locales are Final Fantasy VII locales. So you're fighting in the reactor, or you're fighting in the outskirts of Midgar, or you're fighting on the fallen plate of Midgar, you know, stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting. And you can actually find world bosses in there. And if you defeat them, you get big prizes and all that kind of stuff. But you can fight a Freet. You can fight the boss from the reactor. All in there. So it's kind of crazy. But it's actually a lot of fun, and the community isn't toxic. That's the crazy part. Seems like a really good community. It's a very small community of streamers that stream it on Twitch. And it's very interesting. But yeah, I would probably give it like legitimately, I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Wow.
The only thing that I was very upset about is I did go ahead and drop $20 on it to get the Tifa outfit for my character, and they don't have Tifa's hair, so it doesn't look right with anybody. So that's like a whole point off in my review score just for that.
Wow. So the whole boss thing, did they treat that like MOBA jungle based things, or
No,
it's
it's
just for the heck of it?
No, it's like if you know where to go on a specific map, then the bosses have a chance of spawning there. And if you defeat it, which they are very difficult, so you're going to have to be geared already. If you defeat it, then I'm not sure what you get exactly, because I died every time I tried to do it. But you know, I did see people taking them down, so I don't know what you get. Like when we defeated a Freet, it was just a kind of a super drop, almost like a, you know, like in Fortnite you've got the airdrops. It was kind of like that, but it was all materia, so you could level up your materia to max pretty much from that. So I don't know what the actual like reactor boss, the guy that kind of looks like, yeah, the Scorpion bot. I don't know what he dropped because I wasn't ever able to beat him. But the thing is that it's like this PvE element inside of the PvP battle royale game. So you gotta have your head on the swivel, and I didn't do so well at that. So
I'm guessing people just come along and snipe people in the back of the head while they're doing that. Yeah.
Yes, sir. But other than that, I mean, it was actually, I had a lot of fun playing it, and I was glad for the folks that tuned in. And then last night, since we have a new camera, which should look better, you can actually see like the books behind me and the figs on the shelf up here. But we opened Final Fantasy Final Fantasy trading card game cards.
TYS Star Wars.
And
Said,
I'm really
Have an
pleased
awesome stream.
with how the camera picks this stuff up.
Oh, that's so nice.
And anytime now, before when I was putting stuff up, you couldn't tell what the hell it was. And now here you can see just about everything. So you can see like the metallic sheen on it. You can see the sparkles of the geode. So it's pretty nice to actually have a camera that allows you to, I got to put it in front of my face, that allows you to get some fine detail on certain things. So
No, that's the thing we're not fighting.
that is the thing you're not fighting. That is correct.
Emargnis said, No audio multitasking. Can I get a link to that dragon, gem bro?
Hold on. Mr. J Nice asked something and he doesn't have audio. Let me, no, but I can take you to where Lexi bought it for me when you come up.
Gamersledge.
Said, No, but I can take you to where
next
Lexi
weekend.
bought it for
I didn't
me
realize that's
when you
next
come
weekend.
up.
Crap.
Gamersledge.
Said, Next weekend. TR4
Are you not managing your
Shotban
calendar,
4
sir?
Said,
I mean, I just kind of, I knew it was out there. It was coming up. I just didn't realize it was next week.
Love TR4SHH, love TR4SHH,
Yeah, so I'll take him to that.
love.
No problem. And then after that, we played Stray. So I started Stray finally. I don't like cats.
Why do you even play it?
Why what?
Why even play it then?
Because I wanted to see what the game was like. And the game is actually really good. But you are a cat. So, I mean, you are being a jerk and knocking stuff off of everything. You're clawing things up. You're stealing the souls of robots that are reaching out for help. So yeah, I mean, you are a jerk. You are a cat. I mean, and but that being said, it has puzzle elements. It has exploration. It has, I don't want to say combat, but Metal Gear Solid meets running. You know, those running games.
Yeah, a lot of running and hiding.
Not even hiding, just like picking out the most stealthy path to run, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That sounds like running and hiding.
Well, there is
No,
some
hiding is like
you probably
stopping.
haven't.
If you stop, you die.
You haven't gotten to the hiding part yet.
Yeah,
There is
probably
hiding
not.
too.
Oh,
also.
okay, great.
You just
Yeah.
haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah. I just got to the secret lab.
Yep.
That won't say anything. That won't say anything to anybody. Nobody will know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yep.
So yeah. I mean, I know I'm not very far, but I think that's probably like 30% through the game, if my guess is correct.
Yeah, probably about.
Okay. So I'm figuring I only have a couple more sessions to finish it out. So I'm enjoying it. The graphics are really good. The cat animations are very good. Every once in a while, they will be jank, like when you're trying to jump from one thing to another, and it was going to go into some animation, and then it decides, nope, I need to do something completely different. And so your cat kind of like malforms for a second. But that even doesn't happen too often. But overall, I think it's a very pretty game. It has just enough story that I'm interested in finding out what happened to the humans, although I kind of think I already know, but you know, that could be usurped or twisted some way. So I'm interested to find out. It seems like so far it's a fun game. I've heard it's about 10 hours. I imagine I'm somewhere close to the 3-hour mark, I think.
Took me 8.5.
8.5. Okay. All right.
I've heard as few as 5.
Did you do 100% of the collectibles?
I did all of the collectibles. I did not do all the trophies.
Got it. So yeah, that's what I've been playing. Watching Neil Patrick Harris on the season 18 finale of Hot Ones. Was pretty amusing. I recommend checking that out. I stumbled across Undercover Boss. I'd never watched it, and it's like at the same time one of the most interesting things, but the end of it is like one of the most fake things ever. I want to scream at my television screen when they offer them like $15,000. So that's weird, but the rest of it's interesting. You know, seeing somebody go undercover and learn how crappy their store is or whatever is kind of interesting. So that's been interesting. Dave, have you been watching the Iron Chef Quest for the Iron Legend?
I have not.
So apparently,
what is that on?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Apparently, Food Network opted not to renew Iron Chef, and so Alton Brown bought the whole thing, the rights to
Sapien
it, everything.
Said, hello there.
And then decided to, he has the chairman's nephew being the new chairman.
Neo Sapien
and
said, welcome to our bi-weekly
it's
podcast.
Great. I got nothing bad to say about it. It's really fun. Lexi didn't think she was gonna like it, and she totally loves it. So we've been watching that, and that's been good fun. A little bit goofy, a little bit, Alton Brown being Alton Brown. So I like Alton Brown, but he's kind of sometimes borders on snobbery almost. It seems to me not too bad, but just a little bit of it. But I do like his new co-host, which I've never seen her before, but she's amazing, actually. And so far, the Iron Chefs are great.
Said, please feel free to ask question or chime in, and check in the Rockstar
AEW Dynamite this week was great.
Out after the show.
Did not expect CM Punk to be back yet.
That was awesome. Got to see it was cool because I got to see my wife experience her first surprise in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's new to it.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk is already your favorite.
Said, and get a boss point, which can be redeemed at the 69 and 169 point
Wednesday, and then watch the second hour on Thursday morning. Thursday at some point. But she was awake. That night she stayed awake, and we were watching the whole thing. And when the music hit, she just went like
nice.
And I just thought that was awesome.
Yeah,
that was just a lot of fun. But yeah, it was great seeing. It's great seeing that. Although there was a little bit much on the blood.
Hey, they've been pretty bloody lately. I don't know,
but it was just like they goofed up. They Brody King cut a little deep.
So we were having hella technical.
Jericho got busted up.
We were having hella technical difficulties that night. We didn't actually get on the air until the end of the Brody King match. We got there just in time to see Darby hang him with the chain, and then
dude, you would have definitely been a little it was a lot.
I'm sure it was. Darby is one. I worry about that guy for real.
No. Like Brody King, he got cut a little too deep.
The _fancy Francis.
I thought they were going to stop the match.
FYI,
And then
it says you were playing
Jericho legit.
It says I'm playing Stray. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that, Francis. I set all this beforehand. I don't know why. Okay. Talk shows and podcasts. Go. Thank you, Francis. Yeah, it was, I don't know what Mox did. Her question, Lexi's question to me, which you could hear me thinking through live as we were streaming, was, did he blade his earlobe? And I'm like, I don't think so, but I don't think he would have told Jericho to actually rip an earring out of his ear. I'm sure it didn't have a back on it or something.
Yeah, I don't know quite what they did there, but I know Jericho goofed up on something when he busted his head on the.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Did he forget that he took the thing off?
Probably. I don't know, but yeah, he smacked him. I heard he may have
Legit.
broke his nose again.
Yeah, but he definitely busted his head open. They said he needed stitches after that.
Oh, jeez. So yeah, AEW Dynamite was great. We'll be watching Rampage tomorrow. This is all leading up to the pay-per-view that will be in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, 3
weeks. Yeah, it's right before our anniversary, so that's awesome. I finally started Hawkeye.
You never watched it?
Woohoo!
No,
It's a fun one.
I have a wife unit, and if she doesn't feel like watching something, then we don't watch it. And I can't. I know if I watch it without her, then I'll never get her to go back and rewatch it. So I choose which things I watch on my own is the easiest way to say that. We only watched the first episode, but it was good. It was on her TV in the living room, which I've never watched something on, and it was very dark, even on the brightest setting. So I did miss a couple things, but I see where they're going. I like it. I want to watch more. We also started Only Murders in the Building finally.
Oh, that's a fun one.
She didn't like it, but I think I'm going to get her to watch 4 more with me.
Yeah, definitely stick with it. It starts off weird, but when it really ramps up, it gets really fun.
Yeah, no, and it seems like a fun premise right off the bat. And can I say, I don't want to hold up the show, but can I say that when you see comedians play sad roles or serious roles, it's always so much better than just a straight person playing a dramatic role.
Yeah, they're really good at it.
Martin Short is amazing in this.
He's really good.
Really good.
I mean, Martin Short's good. He's funny. You know, he's entertaining.
Yeah, but he manages to hit that.
Yeah.
Just
you feel
like,
bad for him.
Oh my God. It's like, oh my God, dude. You're so pathetic and bad. And I feel so sorry for you. So anyways, yes, Only Murders in the Building. I also shotgunned a ton of anime since the last time that we spoke. I watched the entire run of That Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime. 9.5 out of 10 would recommend to anyone.
Yep, that's a good one.
It is a good one. I also finished, I realized I was in season 2 of My Hero Academia, and I caught up through the end of season 5, which is current. And I almost wanted to blow my brains out because the amount of filler in it rivals the Frieza saga of Dragon Ball Z.
There wasn't really any actual filler.
Oh, yes, there is. In every single episode, there's 2.5 minutes of opening. Then there's
okay, that's what you meant by filler. Okay.
2 minutes of flashbacks to any other episode. Then there's 3 minutes of ending and 2 more minutes of previews within a 22-minute episode.
So the confusion was you used the wrong term. That's padding.
Yeah,
filler is when they make up a completely different story arc that's not part of the source.
Yeah, sorry, padding. It was very bad, and I wanted to die, but I got through it finally.
I call time hijinks.
Yeah. I mean,
the padding definitely makes binging it hard. When you're watching it weekly, it isn't as bad, but I can imagine it being pretty bad.
It's real bad. And I'm really I don't know what the words are to say this, but you know, like the arc with Deku and the old thief gentleman, if you're caught up.
Oh yeah, Gentle Criminal arc.
Yes. That is pissing me off to no end. All this emotional stuff that I just get to the like, seriously, tell the story and stop telling me the insight of every character that is introduced in the thing. It's kind of annoying me, but I still like the premise of the show. I want to see where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just taking so long to get there.
So now you've got 4 or 5 movies now to watch.
Probably 5 movies. Yeah. Are those post this or
They're interspersed.
Then I'll
throughout.
just skip them. Because seriously, it's not going to tell me something I don't already know. I don't think really.
Are you talking about the My Hero movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. None of them really impact the story at all, but some of them have some pretty good character interactions and Heroes right? Is that the one? The one that they're on an island is a good one to watch.
That's the second movie, right?
Yeah, the second movie.
Okay.
If you're gonna watch one of the movies, watch the second one. The other
All right.
ones you can probably just skip.
I probably will skip all of them to be honest.
All right,
It's
that's fair.
fine. That's more like My Hero Academia to me is the Demon Slayer for everybody else.
All right.
I also started a new isekai that's really good called Black Summoner, which is about a guy who accidentally gets killed by God, basically, and to make up for it, he sends him to the god of reincarnation, and he somehow bewitches the god of reincarnation and gets her to like max a bunch of his stats and stuff and be his guide to the new world.
Said, which one is this?
It's actually really good. It's called Black Summoner. It's only got 5 episodes out right now. It is in season.
Yep. It's part of the summer season.
And there's supposed to be 13 episodes total for it.
All right.
But it's actually like I'm really digging it, and it's brand
I'll
new.
have to check that one out because that's not on the list of the ones I'm watching this season.
I finished up Shield Hero season 2.
Okay.
Very
Thoughts?
good. Very good.
right.
I like. I did not like the implications of the end of season 1, and season 2 has put whipped cream and a cherry on that, and I'm real happy with that because I like that it's not just a getting stuff done season, but it's actually changing hearts and minds of people season, and I like that a lot. I think that's a good kind of redemption arc for him.
All
Very
right.
much.
Yes.
The
Have you
greatest
watched
demon.
Jujutsu Kaisen?
I might have. I'll have to go back and check. Overlord tried to start it, didn't hold my attention. Devil is a part-timer.
Okay.
Love the premise. Didn't hold my attention.
Ah, darn.
The greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody. Love the premise. Didn't hold my attention.
If you've got more than 5 words in your title, I can't. I just can't get past.
Hey, that's what I thought for the time I was reincarnated as a slime, but it's real good. It's real good.
It is, and the reason, if you don't know, the reasoning for the long titles of a lot of these is they come from their original
novels.
sources are light novels, which originally started out oftentimes as web novels, and on a lot of those sites, you don't have a summary page section, so their title is their summary.
Yeah, and I have to say that the slime one.
Oh yeah.
Not only did it take me by surprise on how well it was written and how good the
Neo
characters
Sapien
are,
said,
but
"Hello
also
there."
just it's one of those ones that the writing makes it so that you can't help but root for the main character.
Oh yeah. Yes.
And I really, really like how it's come together. I am a little sad that I caught up to the end of it already
Neo
because
Sapien
it's only got
said,
2 seasons,
"We are
but they're
talking
long
anime
seasons.
right now.
Yep.
Feel free to chime in."
So, but yeah, it's definitely worth your watch.
Yes.
And every time you think that it's gotten to the most ludicrous place possible, oh no, they managed to find a way to make it even more ludicrous, and it's smart, and I love it.
Yeah.
So that's been like the big shining find for me as I went back to watch all this. I do need to on deck is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon season 2? because I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either, so I can't say anything about it.
Oh, you haven't seen it at all?
No.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's not an isekai, but it's very close to slime, to be honest.
Yeah, I know about it. I just haven't watched any of it.
It's actually pretty good. It's not bad. Right. I'd recommend it.
All right.
That was back when I was on my dungeon crawl kick for anime, and so that one fits really well. Okay, and that's it. That's it for me. I'm done. Keegan, why don't you go next and we'll end up with Dave?
All right. So first, I got a couple manga for my birthday, so I've been reading some of those. So we got. Oh, you can't see it. One sec. Video. Choose my virtual background. None.
Big damn judge. Tickets, please.
All right, so
welcome in, friends.
We got 100-Year Quest, Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest that I've been reading. Then the Twilight Princess manga, which is actually really good. Like, Twilight Princess is one of my favorite. Is my favorite Legend of Zelda game, and they just develop so much more from the game, and it's just great. Next, for video games, when I've been home a couple times within the last couple weeks, I've been playing some Returnal, and it took
this
me
little crud, this little son of a gun.
Within 7 rounds, I got through both the first and second phase.
And I'm sure your dad was just livid.
Oh, yes.
7 runs! It took me more than that to get past the first bio.
Ow!
He treated it like it was a regular action game and just said, I'm going to play this. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. It takes him like 3 hours to get through a bio. But it worked for him.
So you must have been livid watching Ian play it on stream, Matt.
When I'm on stream with Ian's, I'm never really paying attention to what they're doing.
Got it.
But I have been I enjoy Returnals. Like it's got a story, but you gotta really fight to get the story, and what we get of the story is always intriguing and what leaves me wanting more. So I'll probably
you're not done. I mean, you did the first 2 things, but you still have
so now I have some more phases to try and go through to get those sun medallions, I think they are. But yeah, so I have more story to reveal. So woo. Other than that, I've been continuing my Fire Emblem 3 Houses Black Eagles run, which I think I'm getting close to the end, and I've been playing it on the hardest setting, Maddening, which is a lot harder than just hard.
It's maddening.
I mean, do you have to carry the football?
No. It's not Madden. It's Madden.
Oh, I thought it was maddening, like it was becoming Madden.
No.
Okay.
Haha, very funny.
I'm actually impressed that he was able to make that joke, to be honest.
Yeah, because that involves sports and stuff. So, you know.
So, I've been playing through that. I think I have 2 more main story missions.
Good night, have an amazing stream. I was creeping again.
Then there's quite a few side story missions that I have to get through, and those are being a pain. Like this level 33 mission, most of my characters are level 34, level 35, and I'm still simply getting outclassed by the opponents.
I appreciate
and there's more of them than there are
Have
my
a great
units.
evening.
It's just they have this endless wave of dragon units coming at me, and I can't keep up. But other than that, on the game front, I think that's done. Now I have been watching a lot of anime on this summer season, so I'm just gonna kind of do a quick rundown of that. So the
Dukish
first
Dark
one I kind of started
said,
watching
I've
was
just been reading Can't
Engage
Share Your Own
Kiss.
World from Bleach and the Hell chapter also.
The first episode, nothing really special. It's kind of pretty average. The second episode, it kind of takes a dip in quality, and I
Gamersledge.
questioned dropping it.
A Dukish
Then
Dark
the third
nice.
episode happened, and it kind of started to recover. Then fourth, fifth, and sixth, I kept enjoying it more and more. Like, there's a lot of interesting concepts in it, and at the beginning, I thought it was going to focus too much on the
Gamersledge.
comedy,
Said, a
stupid,
Dukish Dark
repeating
I've
jokes.
never started
But as it's
Bleach
gone on,
only
it's
because
kind of
there's so
delved
much.
into its more serious aspects, which I have been enjoying. Next, I have been watching the second season of Devil as a Part-Timer. I really enjoyed the series. It's got some good comedy in my opinion, and I really enjoyed the character interactions.
And I really like the setup for it.
Premise.
The
Yes.
premise of it is very good.
Oh yes.
I would recommend people to watch a few episodes and see if it's for them.
Mhm. Is it sort of generic in some senses? Yes, but it's also, when it originally came out, it wasn't as generic as it appears now. It was kind of one of those early kind of isekais or reverse isekais to kind of switch things up. And then it took like 9 years to get a second season, so I have been watching the second season of Rent a Girlfriend. Basically, that anime, if you want to cringe and laugh at the cringe and want to see a little bit of cute stuff, go ahead and watch it. Otherwise, it's not for you and don't waste your time. Another anime I've been watching is Licorice Recoil. Basically, it's about Japanese society where there are high school girl assassins who prevent crime by taking out people who are attempting to do crime. But then you got the main girl who uses rubber bullets because she doesn't want to kill people. So it's kind of this interesting dynamic. There's a story unfolding, and it's actually really good. I'm enjoying it. Second season of Made in Abyss. If you have not seen Made in Abyss, watch it. It is good.
What is it?
Give me a second to think how to say it without spoiling it.
Okay, so this is the one that we were talking about. That I think, I was asking your dad for the name of it, and he wasn't sure which one I was talking about. So I'm pretty sure this is it.
I think that was a different one. I think that was that one that I was talking about was 2 Year Eternity back then.
2 Year 2 Year Eternity. Okay.
Yeah, I believe that's the one I was talking to you about. That this one is pretty different from that. Made in Abyss is kind of like an adventure anime. It's about, basically there's this giant tunnel that leads to super down deep, and this tunnel has this kind of magical effect that as long as you're going down, nothing seriously bad will just happen to you. But as soon as you start ascending, there's a curse, and if you ascend too far, this curse activates.
And is this on Crunchyroll?
No, it is not on Crunchyroll,
Okay.
which sucks.
Got it.
But so and the further you go down, if you try to ascend, the worse the consequence. So at the early levels, it's just a little nausea, a little minor things.
I got it. You don't. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
it. Don't give it
Okay.
away. I got it.
Okay.
Is it made as in constructed in Abyss, or is it made in like a female?
It's constructed. So MADE.
Made
IN.
in Abyss.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not.
Yep.
On, yeah, I didn't see it on Crunchyroll spelled either way. That's why I was like, I don't think
Yeah,
it's on here.
It's not on Crunchyroll.
Okay. Got it.
I have not started watching this, but I plan on watching the Ruby anime.
It's actually
'cause
good.
Nice.
I like it. It's I would say it's like middle of the road, but it's better
Mhm.
middle of the road than what you'll find for something. So I liked it. I'd
All right.
recommend it.
Then there's Classroom of the Elite season 2, another one that had like a season 1 quite a while back, and then just nothing, and now it's back. And basically, it's so you have it's basically this special high school of elite people meant to, and in this they're given class points, and there's kind of a hierarchy. So there's class C, D,
Yeah, class
A,
rank
B.
and then class points
Yep.
within each rank.
And based off of how many points you can get, you can swap places with other classes. And obviously the main set of characters start out in class D, the lowest class. And they're trying to achieve get to class A. And it's the main character it's kind of one of those anime where the main character is that really smart guy who kind of emotionless smart guy kind of thing. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's nothing amazing, but it's definitely interesting and cool to watch. And that's through the anime I've been watching.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else.
Dave,
Yo.
what have you been up to?
A lot actually. I am officially now 2 artworks away from kicking my Animal Crossing habit. I got one of the 3.
You do realize, I'm just gonna say this now. You're gonna get those 2, and you're still gonna play the game.
You may be right. And screw you.
Fair.
I was also playing Tetris Effect on the Switch, which, you know, with headphones on, the high, you know, the HD rumble and the controllers, and the OLED screen. Let me tell you, that's, I mean,
VR is the only way you can do it better.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't tried the VR version of it.
It's so good.
I am looking forward to it one day. I will probably, you know, when I get I'm assuming I'm going to get the PlayStation 5 VR, you know, whatever the VR2 is for it. But until then, let me tell you, as far as like a portable Tetris goes, you cannot beat, you know, the experience on there. Just what a great game. What a great version of Tetris. I love it. You know, again, everybody should buy it. Still playing the Playdate, which is awesome. They actually, so the other week I got a couple games. One was called Saturday Edition, which was kind of like a PC-ish type of adventure game. Remember the old style adventure games where, like, you know, you go to this place, talk to this person, get this thing, you know, that kind of, you know, it was like one of those style games. Nice little game. It was great, you know, played it over the course of a few days, beat it. It was awesome, you know, really good stuff. And the last 2 games I got were Inventory Hero and Spellcorked. Spellcorked is basically a kind of like a Cooking Mama-ish with a witchcraft aspect to it, where you're kind of like a witch that runs a coffee shop.
And what does the crank do?
You do a mortar and pestle with where you grind your coffee beans.
This game sounds interesting to me.
So you pound the coffee beans and then you crank them around a little bit to mix them up. When you're making a potion, you're stirring it, slowly back and forth. Fun little game. Inventory Hero is real neat though. It's kind of like a it's kind of like it's RPG-ish in the fact that all you do is manage inventory. That's all you're doing with this game. Like, it is Inventory Hero is a great name for it. So your character is running in the battle. And constantly, you don't do any of the fighting or anything like that. All that stuff happens automatically. And then you will get items. And you have a stock of, like, 5 or 7 items. I forget. Yeah, like 7 items. And you have to decide whether you use or drop an item. So if you use it, it replaces something, and your weapons and your armor are constantly being used up. So, like, your weapons break, you got nothing, until you get another one. If you get a better weapon, you use it, all that kind of stuff. If you get, like, more stuff, like, you cannot, just keep stocking up. You only have a limited amount. So you're constantly trying to, like, throw things away, but it's, like, fast. Like, you have to make these decisions fast. And then there's stuff like, all of a sudden there's a rabbit in your inventory, and the rabbit starts breeding like crazy, and it just takes up your whole inventory if you don't get rid of it right away. There's like trash you got to get rid of. There's all kinds of like fun stuff like that. Really fun, unique little game. So Playdate, God, still highly recommend. And the other thing that I picked up was this little guy. It is a MiU Mini V2, which is basically a super little emulation machine that goes up to PlayStation 1, basically, and does it very well. I was playing like Tony Hawk Pro Skater on it. It was awesome. It has your 4 shoulder buttons on the back, so you got everything, 4 buttons on the front, a plus pad. Having a ton of fun going through, like, old arcade games like Quartet, if you remember that one back in the day. There's an old Sega kind of like side-scrolling space version of Gauntlet, basically, like 4 players could play, where you run around, levels, and you have to, like, blow up a bunch of stuff, get keys, and, go into a thing. And Joust, for some reason, which is never on any current system. Just a huge fan of that. A bunch of, stuff I've never heard of in there, all kinds of old shooters and stuff I was, like, playing. There's Wonder Swan games, and Neo Geo Pocket Color does everything. But it's also pretty inexpensive. Like, you get them for like $60. Amazon has, some for like, a couple bucks more. It comes with a case, and some of them are preloaded with all kinds of stuff. Lots of fun. Plays it really well. It's very well built. Controls really nice. Buttons are great. For some reason, I saw like, a bunch of reviews for it, and they said like the first generation, like the buttons would stick a little bit, wasn't as good, and the V2, even though like the V1 wasn't all that old, fixed a lot of the issues, and did a lot of cool stuff. So I'm just like, not bad, but it feels really great. It's a nice pocketable size. It's very nice and compact. Powerful, battery lasts a decent amount. You can definitely do a lot worse with $60. That's for sure. But I'm a big fan of that. Movie wise, Prey. I picked up Event Horizon in 4K. There's like a Steelbook Event Horizon in 4K, so I can't wait to watch that again because I love that movie. For those that don't know, Event Horizon is I guess an older at this point. Was it like mid-90s?
It's a much older at this point.
It's like would have been like 94.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost a 30-year-old movie at this point.
Wow, really? I had a label for it somewhere. Where'd it go?
Doesn't it just make you feel horrible?
Yeah, hold on. It's oh, here we go. It says it right there. 25th anniversary edition. Oh, whatever. It's got Lawrence Fishburne in it. Gotta love him in anything. Sam Neill is just great in it. it just has some of the best lines, but it's basically kind of like a space horror kind of, it's just great. It's really awesome. It's got a great feel to it. Decent music in it. I remember liking the music. It's what is it, like something like Chemical Brothers and like Man. Who's the one of the
Fat Boy Slim,
no
Aphex Twin,
no. It's like one of the legit composers.
one of the what?
It was like one of the legit composers that were like really big then.
Danny Elfman,
No, not
Thomas
Danny Elfman.
Thomas Newman.
No.
Good story.
Kamen. Michael Kamen.
Michael Kamen. That's it. Thank you. Michael Kamen, and then who?
Orbital did some on it.
See, I was gonna say Orbital, and then
Oh,
I was gonna be like, no, this is like one of my favorite bands of all time, Orbital.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
also did the soundtrack for The Saint,
Nice.
if you remember that old movie. Also,
Yes.
You're talking the Val Kilmer one?
Val Kilmer,
that is
right?
correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But good stuff. So I'm looking forward to watching that in 4K. That should be great. Caught up so far on Better Call Saul, which it's got one episode it's got one episode to mess up being the best show ever, basically. The show is, I think, better than Breaking Bad. As long as if they blow up the ending somehow to make you hate the rest of the series, that'll just be impressive.
Distinguishable in its own right.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to give them a golf clap for that. I'm like, all right, way to go, guys. How'd you squander that? But God, they just know how to run a show. It is just so good. And I'm very excited because he's already shopping around his next series, which kind of goes back a little bit to his X-File roots. And it's supposed to be more like almost like a Twilight Zone-ish kind of feel to it. So I'm very much looking forward to that because
I'm down with that.
Yeah, he just makes great TV. So yeah, people just need to write him a blank check and let him go. And what else? Westworld. I don't know if I'm caught up on it because like Better Call Saul is the only show I've been able to catch up on. I'm behind on pretty much everything else. But I've been watching Westworld and it's been good again this season. I kind of hated last season. I didn't think I was going to watch this season. I checked out the first episode and I was like, damn it. It actually hooked me in. I like the characters on the show. I like what they're doing. They're doing some interesting things. So we'll see where it goes. But so far I'm actually enjoying it.
See, I dropped at like 2 episodes into season 2 and haven't really thought about it.
Yeah, season 2 was really uneven, and season 3 just lost me. I watched it, but I did other things while it was on.
No, I think I actually made it through season 2.
Yeah,
and I just didn't even want to start season 3.
Yeah, I reluctantly watched season 3, and I kind of just I was like, all right, well, let's see where this goes. And it went places, and I didn't like any of it really.
Nice.
I'm curious now if I go back and rewatch, like now that what happened, like if I look at it in a different light, I don't know if it's worth doing all that work.
Yeah.
But I will say that this season I'm enjoying a lot more than last season. Like I'm actually like interested in it, and it's actually I feel that it's worth watching. So I don't know. But they're doing a lot of cool stuff in it, and I'm digging it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Not really. I gotta watch that. That Industrial Light and Magic series that they put on Disney Plus. I heard just that is awesome. So I definitely got to check that out. And that's about it.
Did you watch the Raised by Wolves season 2?
Oh yes, I did.
Was that worth it? I by the end of season 1, I was kind of like out, so I didn't even bother to try.
That's a resounding no.
That's not a resounding endorsement, that's for sure.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, there's a couple. I mean, there's.
He's stretching. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't have to worry about
Yeah,
it
if they
anymore.
don't come back for a third, I'm not going to be.
Oh,
shocked.
yeah, it's canceled already. They canceled it.
Oh,
Oh, it
and by the way, I mean, tipping my hand, but there's strong rumors that both Titans and Doom Patrol are canceled after the next
Son of-
season. So, just I mean, they finished wrapping the filming of season 3 of Doom Patrol, so we're at least going to get a season 3,
Oh, all
which
right.
I'm super happy about because that is legit one of the best DC shows ever made.
Such a good show.
It's not like, I get why some people would not like it, but you want to talk about stuff that is well adapted but still fits the feel of the characters involved. 1000%. I mean, this is like the Guardians of the Galaxy. We all were like, they're never going to make Guardians of the Galaxy successful, and then here we are now today.
Yeah.
And this is like the Guardians of the Galaxy for DC. It's not like as popular as Guardians of the Galaxy because it's a TV show that has been like hidden away on practically every service it's ever lived on. But it's so good.
That show was the reason I kept that whatever that DC service was called.
Same.
Like, I was just like, yeah, something, it's worth it for Doom Patrol.
Yep.
So I was very excited when it got picked up by HBO.
Only to be dropped by HBO.
Yeah, well, I mean.
All right. So we're normally a good news podcast, meaning that we try not to talk about negative stuff because there's enough of that in the world. But I do want to talk about something that happened today that has me very angry. And there's nothing I can do about it. But it is one of those things that is just like, I don't believe the overwhelming amount of... So, TwitchCon, a lot of people were having issues about buying tickets because it's going to be a mass gathering of people. I knew that I was going to go, and I was going to be masked up to high heaven, and you'd be covered in hand sanitizer nonstop, pretty much, as it was. Today, they announced that they are requiring masks and proof of immunization and or a negative test within 72 hours of the conference. A bunch of the Bro Chad partners on Twitch said, this is BS. We're making our own event. We're not going to have any masks or whatever. Come there instead. And it's like, I don't, on the one hand, like, I hope Twitch isn't going to do anything to these guys. On the other hand, I kind of want to thank him because it's going to take all the inconsiderate people and move them away from TwitchCon. But it's like, why is this even a problem? I don't understand why being more inclusive to people who are immunocompromised and trying to prevent people from getting sick, I don't understand why this is such a hot button.
The worst thing they ever did was say that, masking up helps other people more than it. Like that's why it worked better if everybody was doing it.
I guess.
If not everybody is doing it, it's not like the worst thing they did was say, like, do it to help others more than yourself. And that's where they went wrong.
And that's sad, in my opinion.
It is. It's the world we live in. It's, it's people they're like, oh, I'll die for this. And then they're just like, okay, well, do this to help out your neighbor. No.
Regardless, I'm going to TwitchCon. Looking forward to seeing any of you there that is going to be there. I will be masked up. But I'm interested, for those of you that can't go to TwitchCon, one of the reasons I wanted to get this new camera is I'm going to be doing a post-produced piece of what it's like to go to TwitchCon for your first time. I bought the Super King Kamehameha Deluxe ticket. It's all 3 days plus this party that they're having on Saturday night. Do I need all 3 days plus this party that they're having on Saturday night? I don't know. I have no idea because I have no idea what TwitchCon is. I mean, I know what they say on the webpage, that there's like activities and you can meet streamers and you know, there's some not classes, but like workshops on how to do branding and how to do, you know, how to do sponsorships and stuff. And so I'm going to look and see once I, you know, get there, because they're not making anything available like before then. I'll see what it's about. Do I think I'm going to spend all my time at TwitchCon? No, because I know there are a bunch of streamer friends that are going to San Diego that aren't going to TwitchCon, but they're going there to meet up with everybody. So I will do that to, you know, meet the people that I want to see while I'm out there. But I don't know that I need all 3 days of a ticket's worth for TwitchCon. So we'll see. It should be an interesting video. Hopefully it helps people decide if they want to go to TwitchCon in the future, no matter what that looks like in the future.
So is it designed more for viewers of Twitch or doers of Twitch, or yes?
Yes.
Okay.
It's I mean, a big part of it seems to be like, hey, do you want to meet your favorite streamers? Come here and you'll be able to. And that's cool, I guess. But you know, if I have to stand in line all day to meet people, I don't know that I want to do that. And
right.
It's like, I really have no idea what it is. I get it's going to be a networking event, and that's fine. I have no problems. Like, this is one of the cheapest networking events I've ever attended from that perspective, right?
Right.
This is like a $220 ticket for a 3 day for a 3 day event.
That's a 3 day event. That's
nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing. But I mean, it's not nothing. But you know what I'm saying.
But for
like, for businesses,
scale.
for businesses, it's nothing. But you know, if
most like business conferences, you can't get into a day for 200.
Exactly. That's exactly it. What's up, Dark? Welcome to the stream. Hello, friend. We're very happy to see you. We're talking about TwitchCon.
Hello there.
I don't know what Obi-Wan was doing there. He was timid about coming out and saying hello there. We're talking about TwitchCon and the blowback today about them requiring masks and all that stuff, which is, you know, in my opinion, silly, because I'd rather have it be more inclusive for people to be able to come who might be immunocompromised, etc. Plus, my wife's immunocompromised. I want to minimize as much exposure for that type of thing. And I'm staying with friends. I don't want to get them sick either. So I'm happy about what they said today, but there are a lot of people who are not. There's going to be a competing event now by some of the phase bros that, you know, whatever. I'm going out there to meet you. I'm going out there to meet Jag. I'm going out there to meet some of the other folks that I've had on my list for a while. It's basically going to be a networking event for me to meet the folks that I like and respect. And I don't know if these classes are going to be worthwhile or these workshops. I don't know. That's really why I want to do this post-produced piece, because I am completely in the dark about what TwitchCon is or what it should be there. Yeah, and that's the same reason I'm going to Dark. But I don't know what I should be doing and should not be doing. Right. And for you, it's letting people know about the music. That makes perfect business sense for you to go and network, you know. And we were saying, from a networking perspective, the cost of a 3-day ticket is trivial compared to almost any networking event that I've ever been to. You know, $220 for 3 days. Generally, you can't even get, for most networking events, a single day for that cost. So that's great. But, you know, at the same time, if I am going to have to stand in line all day to see a couple of the people that I want to $229 for 3 days is nothing if you utilize your time Like it's like stealing. Yeah, I agreed. But I just wish that I had a better idea of the formal structure of what TwitchCon is, because their website tells me nothing. I don't know if I needed 3 days worth of tickets. I did it anyways because why not? It's $229. A single to hit ticket's like $159. Sure, it makes sense. But I have a feeling I'm going to go there on the first day, see what's lined up for the schedule. I'll probably attend on Saturday, and then Sunday will just be a free-for-all day outside of TwitchCon with my friends. But I don't know that for sure yet because I still don't understand what TwitchCon is, if that makes sense. And I think this is something that probably I'm not the first one to ever utter. And so that's really why I want to do the post-produce piece on it, saying, you know, this is what TwitchCon is. This is what it's like to go for the first time. Here's how I spent my time, that type of thing. So that's really the plan for what we're going to do. But yes, I will be out there. Ken, you can always do what a bunch of other people are doing. Just go to San Diego and meet people outside of TwitchCon. There's a lot of people doing that. So that's something to consider. But that's probably enough about TwitchCon. But I am going. I hope if any of you are going, I hope to see you there. I know Dark's going for sure. So I'm already looking forward to seeing him. But that will probably be outside of TwitchCon, I would imagine. Matt, what do you have for news for tonight?
Not much actually.
I have a ton.
Okay. I've work has been
No, you're good. You're good.
Lunch.
I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just saying.
No. Yeah, I was like, one of the things to do this coming week, we'll get the second of the updates to PlayStation Plus Extra. The games that will be added include Bugsnax, which if you've been a Plus member for a while, you already have. Dead by Daylight, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Yakuza 0, Kwami, and Kwami 2, with the rest of the series to follow in the coming months. And then one that nobody mentioned anything about, but I'm kind of stoked for, Metro Exodus. I always want to play a Metro game, and I just never get around to it. So I don't know if this will be my entry or not. I know they're like hard, but they're also, dark.
Exodus is probably your best entry bet because it's mixed environments instead of just in the train
just in the tunnels.
Yeah, just in the tunnels. So
and then the other one that I'm looking forward to trying out is Trials of Mana, which is Seiku Densen 3, or I think I'm saying the wrong words there, but which is the remake version that came out a while ago. I did try the demo. I had a lot of fun with it. And then on the family front, they've got Monopoly Madness, Monopoly Plus, and Uno, which I have no idea how you play Uno on a PlayStation unless it's only online or it's phones or what. I don't know.
I think it's only online. Yeah.
Yeah, it will have to be.
But I'm actually super stoked about Uno. Monopoly Madness is craziness. It's like the real estate portion of Monopoly, only there's like power-ups that fall from the sky and you got to race to get anyways, it's not Monopoly, but then Monopoly Plus is Monopoly.
So we might have some fun with friends material there.
100%.
All right.
And then Ghost Recon Wildlands, never played it. Actually interested in playing it. So,
and I've wanted to play the Yakuza games for forever, so now I have no excuse. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to that myself.
What was the Yakuza spin-off one?
The Judgment?
Yes, Judgment Day. Dude, that game, if I had all the time in the world, that game is so up my alley. It's one of those games that like threatens to overtake all other games kind of things. It's amazing. I really, really, really like it. But yeah, Overwatch players will no longer be able to buy loot boxes after August 30th.
Oh, wow.
Is that because they're switching to 2?
That is because they're switching to 2, and they've already said there will not be loot boxes in Overwatch 2.
Oh, nice.
And the original game will no longer be playable once the sequel launches.
Oh, wow.
All right.
They're hard booting it. Wow.
Yeah. So there is a gap. August 30th is when you can no longer buy loot boxes. You'll still be able to earn loot boxes through gameplay, the game launches on October 4th. And if you earn any and don't open them, they will automatically be opened for you before the migration to Overwatch 2. If that makes sense.
2 brings your stuff with you?
Yes, 2 brings your stuff with you. Anything you've earned in the first one comes with you to the second one.
Okay, so you don't wipe with 2.
You do not wipe
okay.
with 2. Yes, that's correct.
All right.
EVO was this last weekend.
And this is the first time it's been since Sony owned it, or is this their second?
Sony and Pokimane, which I did not know. Pokimane was like the main investor of EVO now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was Pokimane, EVO, and Pokimane, Sony, and crap. There was one other main.
Epic?
No. But actually, the person that just came in can tell me. Youngster Joseph, welcome in, my man. We were just getting ready to talk about EVO. Youngster Joseph actually received permission from EVO to rebroadcast the event. And so he broadcast all 3 days of EVO on his channel, which was pretty awesome.
Nice.
I actually watched a good chunk of the stuff there for 2 of the 3 days. And EVO was really well done this year. Everybody was masked up. They were health conscious, but at the same time, it was a celebratory event. It was a lot of good competitions. So I was very, very happy with how it turned out. They had some really good, like, Cinderella stories. And there was actually quite a bit of news that came out of EVO. Like, for example, Fatal Fury is getting a new game. That's from SNK. So that's crazy because it's been like 20 years since the last Fatal Fury game, I think. They also announced, they teased Tekken 8. So I'm pretty excited about that because Tekken's, one of my. I basically put myself through college on fighting games, and it was Tekken, Virtua Fighter, and Mortal Kombat were my 3 games that I made money on, and I have a soft spot for Tekken ever since PS1. So I'm super excited about Tekken 8 coming out.
I never did get 7. I meant to get it and at least play it. I never did.
I have it. It's actually really good. I like it.
Okay, so it looks like EVO is jointly owned by Sony Interactive Entertainment and Endeavor Sports Venture RTS. I'm not finding anything about Pokimane in here, but I'm sure she's something, but I'm just not finding it. Oh dear.
She co-owns EVO. RTS is her.
Oh, that is RTS. That's her. Okay.
Yeah, that's her. Apparently, she inadvertently revealed that at one point. She announced that she was the co-founder and chief creative officer of RTS, and then RTS bought EVO in March, so along with Sony. So she owns like half of EVO.
Oh wow,
which is crazy. And that was probably like the thing that I was most surprised about was what the prize pools were, because I knew what the entrance fees were, but I didn't know if they had sponsorships to bump up the prize pools, and they don't. So the last one we watched was I think it was Blaze Blue. Was it Blaze Blue? No. It's Arc System Works. What's the other one? My brain has stopped working. It was. Oh my God. EVO 2022 main event. Why? Guilty Gear Strive. So Guilty Gear Strive was the game that had the largest pool of entrants. So they had 2,200 entrants. Entry is $10. So the prize pool is $22,000 split 8 ways. So, you know, the winner was taking home like, I think, $5,400, $6,400, and then the rest was split amongst the rest of the top 8. That's not a lot. I was actually really surprised to hear that that's kind of what they're doing. And so if you have less people, you know, if you only have 1,000 people entering, that's only a $10,000 prize pool. So that was kind of surprising to me. But I mean, at the other hand, you do get the publicity of having won, you know, a giant fighting game tournament. So that's cool and all, but
Yeah.
just with the cost of airfare and hotels and everything, and 3 days in Vegas, depending where you're staying, $5,000 is like maybe break even. So that's kind of surprising to me.
Yeah.
They did show that Jury and Kimberly are coming to Street Fighter 6. They had some cool trailers for that as well. Dragon Ball Fighter Z is receiving a next gen upgrade and rollback netcode finally, which is for online play. And I think that's all the really big juicy bits that came out of EVO.
All right.
You got
Well,
one?
then I have a piece of news.
Go for it.
So, recently, there was a leak on Twitter by the user. I'm probably gonna butcher the name, but Sugoi Light, and this leak was about apparently Bleach: Thousand Year Blood War is going to be distributed on exclusively Disney Plus. No, Disney has no impact on the production. It's just they are going to be the primary, at least according to this leak, will be the primary streaming source of this coming arc of Bleach, which does have some people worried that they're just going to hold on to it until it's all aired, but we won't know until an official announcement has been made on how they're going to be streaming it. So,
and that is still a rumor at this point. So
yes, it is still a rumor. It's just a leak. So it could be wrong.
Marvel's Midnight Suns, game I have been looking forward to for a while, has been pushed again. It was due out on like the 8th of next month, but has now been pushed back to March 2023 on new gen consoles and a TBA for old gen consoles. Yikes.
Yeah, supposedly there's an issue.
Have you heard what the issue is?
It sucks.
Oh, that would be an issue. I mean, when they originally announced it was going to be a XCOM meets, Midnight Suns, I was all for that. Then when they said it was a card-based action system, I was pretty down about that. But then I'm like, no, these guys are good tactical RPG guys. They'll figure out a way to normalize your hand so you're not getting screwed by not having any attacks or any special attacks or whatever. So I was excited for it again. But now that it got pushed again, I'm glad it's got pushed, because obviously there was something wrong. But if it's not good, that's real bad. I hope they figure out how to fix that.
Yeah, it's I lost hope in that game. They're gonna have to win me back on that one.
Well, Games Radar said they got hands-on time with the game earlier this year and were impressed by the early build. So, all right. What else you got, Matt?
Sorry, I had to step away there for a sec. Every smoke alarm in the entire house went off spontaneously for some reason, and we can't find a cause.
That's no bueno.
No, but apparently nothing's. So I don't know what you guys have talked about, but see, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is getting a 2024 holiday release date. I didn't even know there was going to be a Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I haven't even seen 2 yet. So, but yeah, there is a Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie, and it's going to come out holiday season 2024.
Square Enix is basically confirmed that they are looking to sell stakes or sell their studios.
More of them?
Yes. They basically said the sale of Crystal Dynamics and Eidos to Embracer Group was phase 1. Phase 2 will be diversification of studio capital structure. Rising development costs of making games means with 100% owned studios, they need to be selective and concentrate resources, which limits expansion. As such, the publisher will be doing a quote-unquote studio portfolio review, and then the goal is to sell stakes in it to other companies.
Interesting.
And they're basically saying, you know, they're talking to a analyst who basically says, I would expect Sony and Tencent and Nexon would be interested in stakes in the studios like that. Good night, Fancy Francis. Have a wonderful evening.
I mean, I could see PlayStation shooting hard for a stake in Final Fantasy if they have a chance at it.
Well, I don't know that that's the case, because it doesn't seem like they're doing properties. They're doing studios.
Right.
So I don't know how that's gonna.
I mean, yeah,
I just
the
don't
studio that does
understand.
Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, I just don't understand what Square Enix's definition of success is.
Based on history, unreasonable standards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they sold Crystal Dynamics and Eidos. They have 1.4 billion in cash and 0 debt. So why are they still thinking that they need better cash flow? I don't get this.
There's something going on we don't know about.
I mean, there has to be.
There's some misbehaving people suits that need to be paid out that we're not aware of.
We got some
something.
Vince McMahon's, Japanese Vince McMahon.
Something going on.
We didn't talk about that at all either. Did we, Dave?
No.
Try not to fall asleep, Matt, because this is, again, we mostly cover good news, but we'll just say it this way. Vince McMahon, the owner of the WWE and its largest shareholder,
is a worse person than we ever even thought he was.
Yes. Let's just say that there were originally $15 million worth of payoffs found that he had embezzled through the company. There are now, I think, another 6 million on top of that. It was another 2, and another 2 that were discovered after he stepped down.
In addition to all kinds of paying off people for hush money. But apparently people are, shareholders are way more upset about him embezzling.
Yeah. And so Triple H, who had basically retired for medical reasons because he basically had a heart attack. Ken, that was a kayfabe news article. It's not going back to WWF. I saw that. It's hilarious. Thanks for trying to pull that over on me. I appreciate you.
They lost that case a long time ago.
Yeah, they lost that case a long time ago. But Triple H, who had basically retired, came back as head of talent and then became head of booking and creative. And then John Laurinaitis was finally fired from WWE. So, I mean,
I keep forgetting that he's Animal's brother.
Yeah, I know. But it's weird, but the ratings have ticked up. Apparently, morale is much higher And, you know, a lot of people think I hate the WWE. I do not. I've hated the book, the creative, and I hate kind of the way they've done their matches for 20 years. If they change that, I think I would be pleasantly surprised and happy about. A competition is always good in any industry. You don't want anyone to be complacent. And
another 180 hours worth of content to watch a week.
Well, I'm not saying I can do that, but I will watch like
you watched like 4,000 hours of anime in 2 weeks.
Listen, I didn't sleep much those 2 weeks. All right.
Clearly.
I still say time compression.
Yeah. But I would not be able to watch WWE. There's no way I'd be able to do like, so a lot of times what I'll do for WWE, honestly, now is I have podcasts that I listen to while I'm working, and those usually recap the shows. And that's really all I need. If there's a specific match that I want to seek out, by then it's usually on YouTube and I can just go watch it, because both WWE and AEW are pretty good about putting their clips up of highlights from their shows. So generally I'll go watch the highlight from the end of that match or whatever it was that was interesting that I wanted to see, rather than watch a 3-hour Raw show or a 2-hour, SmackDown. What's up, Jimmy Julius? Welcome in, my man. Happy Friday to you. And hello there.
Hello there.
So yeah, I'm actually like we say for any Sony trailer or Sony movie, I'm hesitantly optimistic.
Did you get these boxes?
I guess is the best way to say that. Oh, hold on. I'm going to have to bleep this one. Car's going to flip. And then anytime Jimmy says anything, I have to bleep it.
What the hell? Literally see that? My car just flips the fuck out and drops on a zombie and bashes his head. Bashes his head in. Oh my god. Did someone clip that?
It did? What?
So I jumped out of my car and I turn around, my car gets launched in the air and drops and smashes the zombie's head out of that.
Oh, wow. If someone clipped it, then,
I
get
might
it
have to love it.
to see it.
I think I got it all. Oh, what happened to my voice?
Oh,
Robo-Mark.
wait,
I must have hit the
why
robot
am I
voice
getting
by
s-
accident.
No. Oh, shit. Okay. Wow.
All right,
All
lesson learned.
Yes.
During podcasts, no Jimmy Julia shouts out. Got it.
No, he's got one that's like 5 seconds long where nothing happens. And that comes up like 50% of the time. The other one comes up the other 50% of the time. Oh, Ken says the new Netflix Day Shift movie that stars Jamie Foxx was not worth it. That's sad. It looked good. Interesting. So yeah, that's the end of the story on that. I'm hopefully optimistic, but I'm not holding my breath for anything for wrestling.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
And also Square Enix is out of its mind.
Keegan, did you talk about your story for Bleach?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I talked about that.
Okay.
Oh, that must have been while you were gone.
Yeah.
Got it.
They're going off again, so I'm going on mute.
Oh wow. Okay. There is a new Alone in the Dark that has been announced. I have not watched the trailer yet. I can probably add that and we can watch it. Hold on. Add source, desktop capture, smart selection. Hold on. Add source, smart selection. Where am I going to put this? I'm going to put this in the chat for Zoom. Chat. Zoom. Paste. Go. There you go. Let me know once you have it up. You ready?
Sure.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Maddening and/or haunting images.
There is a house in New Orleans.
Fair enough.
They call the rising sun, where thousands of young to salvation have gone. Oh God, she knows I'm one.
Don't let them get inside, compare. They're not the good kind.
Derceto isn't cursed or blessed. It's a battleground.
Maybe the Dark Man just likes it when you suffer.
Have you ever talked to a doctor about your condition?
This is madness!
Are you crazy?
Fall on your knees, wear the mask, praise his name.
Welcome to the madhouse, detective.
I don't know how I feel about that. It's like you go through the trouble to license the song, but then you never give us like an actual good version of the song.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I mean, it does look kind of like Alone in the Dark, so that's good. The graphical fidelity looked good. I'm not sure about, the mocap or some of that rendering, but I don't know how I feel about that. No comments at all?
I don't care.
You don't care?
It's just not something I'm not going to bother.
Yeah, well, I'm right there with you.
And it's just, there's so much to watch right now that's just like, unless the reviews come out and say that like, oh my God, this is amazing, you got to watch this. I mean, I haven't even started Sandman yet. Why am I going to watch that?
Yeah, that's true. I need to do the same.
Yeah, it's just like, and it's like in Sandman, I'm like genuinely excited for. So yeah, things are going to start getting really competitive for my time.
Oh yeah. V Rising sells 2.5 million copies, which if you've not played is a fun vampire-based ARPG base builder. You go out into the countryside, kill champions, take their powers, come back and upgrade your base. We talked about all the EVO stuff. Matt, do you have anything? Steam now.
I believe he's gone.
Oh, is he gone? Okay. Steam now officially supports Switch's Joy-Con controllers.
Oh, nice. Does it say anything about the Pro controllers?
I believe
it would probably be the same button.
Already, yeah. Oh wow! It supports individual Joy-Cons or pairs for the more traditional controller configuration.
Okay.
Yeah, Pro controller compatibility has been in there since 2018. That's what I thought.
Yep.
I wasn't 100% sure, but I figured. Yeah, that's cool. So that is in the beta, so it is not in your Steam right now, unless you're installing the betas of Steam. But that will be coming soon. Activision Blizzard earned more on mobile games last quarter than PCs and consoles combined. Welcome to Japan. They knew that for a while now. I'm looking for anything else. Anything else interesting? Oh, Dave.
Yes.
Did you hear about Mike Tyson's Super Punch Out?
The 2-player mode that people just discovered?
That they just discovered, 25 years later?
I love that thing.
I'm thinking they hit it a little too well.
Yeah. Yeah, if it took that long, it's a little too long.
It's definitely pretty cool, though, that like something like that is discovered after all these years.
Tactics Ogre Reborn. You interested in that?
I just pre-ordered it today, actually.
Oh, there you go. Did they announce anything? I did download the
Cult of the Lamb.
No, I want to get that. No, the Octopath Traveler mobile. I just haven't checked it out yet.
I heard people like it.
Yeah, I've heard it's good, and it is a single player RPG, but it is gacha. So I just don't know, what that really means in terms of the impact on the game, I guess is the best way to say that. Spider-Man launched on Steam, I think today or yesterday. I see Frank play Octo. Yeah, it does look great. I was actually in there when it was down for maintenance watching him play the old game. But yeah, the new one looks pretty interesting. So I may actually dive into that eventually. Diablo Immortal player spends $100,000 on the game, now can't find anyone suitable to matchmake with. Yeah, we're pretty much out of news.
We already that desperate?
Yeah, we're pretty much out of news.
Well, I mean,
all right.
Slow news week, dude. What can you do?
So
nothing happening in the world that's interesting.
Yeah, pretty much. That's going to bring us to the part of the show where we like to thank all of our producers individually for being the awesome sauce that they are. I just need to find. There it is. There we go. So, is that it? Nope, that's not it. That's the one for the actual end of the show. Is that it? Oh, it moved. That's why. Hold on. I just redid a cleanup on the computer, and I just realized that this presentation I haven't touched since the last time we did the podcast. So it's looking in the wrong place for the file, which is why it's not coming up.
Makes sense.
Media. It will be on.
If it's looking in the wrong spot, it's not going to find what it's looking for.
That is correct. it is. There we go. As always, we always like to thank everybody that comes in, hangs out with us, lurks, chats, redeems, cheers, subs, subscribes on Mechanics. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell icon. Notified when we upload new content, whichever single day of the week. bit.ly/mechanicsgl will get your name on every single show that we do. Just like the fine folks scrolling across the screen. So giant shout out to Mr. J Nice, Axe Thompson, Nomishly, Lexi, Shank the Noob, Mark Stedmom, Tim Paget, Drogadan, Twisted Ginger 25, Wolf's Gun, Nafam Official, Kokeshi Ken Media, Lost Harlequin, the official Egg Roll TTV, Neo Sapien, as well as our producers, DMS Creations, Peter Cajero, Billy Frog, Dance Commander, Ramey Becker, Arturo Gonzalez, Bushman, Inuyu Wolf, Jimmy Julius, Mark Johnson, Eric the Amazing Luna, John O'Callahan, Jun Kuribayashi, John Hewlett, 2 times Academy Award nominee Patrick Tubach, Letty the Yeti. Did you hear that conversation that Pat left Industrial Light and Magic?
No.
Yeah. He's working for Epic Games now.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't had a chance to. I need to call him. I remember every time I look at this, I'm like, oh, I need to call Pat. Letty the Yeti, USMG Valorfall, Tracy Fuller, Dave Butler, Michael Sims, Mark Huey, Nick Nibbles, Kevin Rollins, that kid named D, ID Nippleduck, Dark Razored, as well as Trial Access, Rush Monk, Bearden, the Bakery Crew Ken, Strong Bad Merc, Ghost Zero, Scotty's on Fire, Rusty Haggis, No Novocaine, Dave 934, Jimmy Julius, TJ Leclerc, Meep the Bunny, The Shaky Dragon, Family Bloom, Mafia 6869, Hey Matman, Slowbake, AK Yuri, Bourgeois, Jag Leisure, Sleep Deprived, DMDM Studios, Habitual Kiwi, Bigman Rosa, URCEO, Chocobo Butt, The Golden Hash Brown, Strawbee, Sir Ironblood, Dokish Dark, as well as Jersey the King, Lucia Cat Woodhouse, Luigi Cat Woodhouse, Band Reaper 97, Kato.jpg, Siunido TTV, Nautical Love 123, Bosch 721, The Tunics, Awesome Jen, Prophet Profanity, Evelyn 03, Habitual Kiwi, Chupa Thingy 7163, G Boys, Ninja Ginger 07, Cryo the Adventurer, and Forever Sammy. Thank you to all of our patrons. Without whom we couldn't do what we do, and without you guys, we couldn't do what we do. That is going to bring us to final thoughts. Is Matt back yet?
Matt's back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
Did you figure out what was setting them off on the arms?
Yeah, I think we had one with the dying battery, and it was close enough to the other one that when it chirped, the other one picked it up as the alarm going off. And then once it, how they all trigger now off of each other. They didn't used to way back, but now they do. So like one hears one, and then it goes off, and then we were just chaining them all across the house. So we pulled the one off and the battery out, and I'll have to go buy some 9-volt batteries tomorrow.
Nice.
So,
did you have any more news?
No, I was just going to ask Dave if he knew about this new Kirby thing, because I had just seen a headline for a new Kirby thing, but I didn't know what it was.
It's kind of like Kirby meets Fall Guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was busy with Fire Pro. It's supposed to be, what did they say a set date for that yet? Because it was supposed to be like late summer.
August.
Late summer.
Sometime in August, it says.
They didn't say an exact date though, right?
No.
Yeah, it's
I don't
weird.
think so. Since it's so close. Oh no, August 17th, which is next Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I was looking at the headline for
just got my sage piece of advice for the end, and it's actually funny.
Oh no.
Oh dear. So no, yeah, that was all. That was the only other thing I was going to bring up.
All right, well then, Keegan, final thoughts.
Final thoughts is I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with 1000-Year Blood War and with the current anime I'm watching.
Dave, final thoughts?
I'm on vacation.
What are you going anywhere, or is it staycation, or what?
No, we're actually going down to the we're going to the shore.
You're going to the Jersey Shore?
Well, yeah, not like the Jersey Shore. It's on like TV. We're going to a much quieter Jersey Shore.
Does it still require spray tan for admittance?
No, there's none of that stuff. It's very low key. Not where we're going. But there's beach, pool, the hotel. It's all that matters.
Matt, final thoughts?
Yeah, this is I debated putting this in news, but Digimon Survive, the latest Digimon game, finally came out a couple weeks ago, and you might look at it and think, man, this is a good idea for younglings' first RTS, because honestly, the RTS combat mechanics aren't that complicated. It's pretty straightforward and pretty flat. But no, this goes dark. This goes dark hard. I'm kind of surprised it's gotten away with the rating it's gotten away with. This game goes dark. Like what happened to Ed and Alphonse, the thing that like drives them forward through the plot? Yeah, that happens to a character pretty early on in the game. And yeah, it's dark.
And what game is this?
Digimon
Survive.
Right.
This is the Digimon RTS game.
I tried to pick it up today for the Switch, but they didn't have it in stock at Best Buy.
So do you have to like rock when you sing the Digimon Digital Monster? Digimon are the champion?
Yeah, a little bit.
Wow, that's I like that. That's great. Well, my final thoughts are there's 2 games coming out relatively soon. One I am excited about. The other one I'm not. I still am like pretty down on, but I would like to be proven wrong. Actually, there's 3 games that I'm thinking about that are coming out soon. We have Rollerdrome coming out like in 4 days, I think, which is that one. It's you're in a roller derby, but you have guns and have to kill the other players.
Sure.
Cell-shaded. It looks pretty good, actually. So that's coming out the 16th. Saints Row is coming out the 23rd, which is the one I'm down on because it looks super generic. I don't think it's going to be good, but
yeah, I mean, well, did they like forget what made the last 2 really fun?
The last 3? The last 4?
Well, no, like it was like really like the last 2 were really fun.
I would say the last 3, like I'm not counting Gat Out of Hell, but I'm saying like Saints Row 4, Saints Row 3, and even Saints Row 2.
Yeah,
were fun, very fun, and they just took the insanity higher each time.
Right.
And this just looks like the most generic thing possible. If you get Saints Row, Ken, I want to watch some gameplay of it. I want to see the reviews come out for it. It just looks super generic. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, I'm really curious.
And then the other one that's coming out, which doesn't have a fixed release date. It's just autumn, but it's the one. It's called Season, and it's about. It kind of like looks like a Studio Ghibli game. It's about a young woman who's lives in her secluded community, but goes out and explores, takes photos, makes new memory. So it looks pretty good. Kiwi Cat, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Hello there. How are you doing this fine evening?
Hello there.
So those are all coming pretty quickly, which I'm glad, especially with Midnight Suns being pushed back. I'm not looking super forward to Gotham Knights, even though that's supposed to be due like at the end of October, because from what I've seen of it, it looks like it's not baked fully. So I'm worried about that.
What is going on with these people?
And then we've got God of War coming in November, assuming that it doesn't get pushed back. And then we've got the Callisto Protocol after that. So it's not like we don't have a bunch of things.
And a new Pokemon's.
And Star Trek Resurgence from ex-Telltale developers. being a third person choice driven adventure game set within the Star Trek universe.
So that is a thing. I thought that was like a fan trailer I saw. That is a thing.
No, that is the thing. Dramatic Labs is the developer. It's ex Telltale Adventure developers. And
making a Star Trek Telltales kind
yeah,
of
and I'm all here for it.
Oh yeah,
like
no,
1,000%.
Yeah, I'll be down for that.
You're playing as two characters: First Officer Jara Rydek and engineering crew person Carter Diaz on the USS Resolute as they attempt to solve a sinister mystery that involves two alien races on the brink of war. So I'm like super excited with that. I heard a rumor that Crisis Core Reunion was going to be pushed back until March.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I just kind of really wanted to play it this fall because there's games, but there's not like a ton of games coming out this fall so far. But we'll see. And then Little Devil Inside is supposed to still come out at some point this year, which is another one that I got my eyes on. So, I mean, be excited about games, but I'm actually really kind of looking forward to the fact that we're getting more and more games on like Game Pass and on PlayStation Plus Ultra King Kamehameha Edition, because it seems like this fall isn't going to be the jam-packed, oh my God, I have no time, there's so many games coming out.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a catch up on backlog year.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Well, that and
I still have to go back to like PlayStation 2 for my backlog.
Well, they have those too.
Yeah.
That brings us then to how we end every single podcast, which is with a sage piece of advice to carry you through until the next time that we speak and meet, which is of course from a dad jokes book. Dave.
Oh.
What do you call a woman who always knows where her husband is?
A wife?
A widow.
Oh my.
Ouch.
That's why I was laughing. That's like a sick bird.
Damn.
That is brutal.
I'm like, wow, that took a dark turn.
Yeah. I actually not fitting for the show because that was actually funny.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
And
Oh my goodness. We are going to raid out, and I think I only have one person on my list that I want to raid out to, but I'm double checking that right now. You know what? Actually, we have a new friend who is also family friendly stream. He's currently yeah, I know. When they raided me, I was like, wait, you're family friendly also? Because like you're the only other one I've ever met. And so we're gonna raid him back, pay the raid back. He raided us last night. Really nice dude. His name's Nimsomniac. So we're gonna raid out over to there. Nimsomniac. And he's currently playing Hunt Showdown, which is Jimmy the Shank's favorite battle royale, actually. So we're going to do that.
Never heard of that one.
We'll be back tomorrow, Kokeshi Ken Media's channel, noon Pacific, 2 Central, 3 Eastern. Back here at Gamersledge on Sunday, 2 Pacific, 4 Central, 5 Eastern for Sunday Streamer Tech Support. Come join us. It's 5 hours of talking, goofing around, answering questions, helping people level up their streams. Thank you, panel. I appreciate every one of you. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. Until next time, be excellent to each other and game on.
Game on.
Game on.